Okay, while you're still alive, despite all these bad medicine, want to move to a recipe for success. Okay, the first ingredient is about 3 core beliefs, in fact. When you introduce coaching to someone, our recommendation is that you let them know you believe they can be better and you are ready to invest in them. Coaching is a privilege. I have one of my clients, every year, okay, there is a batch of coaches every year in this company, and before they met me, he tells them every year, you know, coaching is very expensive. It works fantastic. Employees are so proud, they give coaching all their energy, their dedication. Wonderful results. Why don't you consider doing it? Coaching is a privilege for people with potential to get the best they can be, okay? And the other thing is, coaching is like sport. When we go to the gym, we suffer, right? If we want to get better, we suffer. In coaching, if there is no pain, there is no gain. So better tell coaching before. It's going to be a bit painful. When I ask my coaches after we finish coaching, what was the most important moment for you in this coaching program we shared? They almost always tell me, wow, when I had this painful realization that I was selfish in my management, or when I acknowledged I was such a poor listener. Painful thing, you know, that trigger real change. That's a first ingredient for success. The next one is our aha moment. In fact, it's all aligned and accountable. And it's because coaching is not like tennis, one-on-one, coach and coaching. It's a team sport. Who are the team members? HR, boss, coachee, and coach, at least. Sometimes even more people. So all parties are in the same boat, succeed or fail together. We really need some alignment here. Okay, that's very important. And there is something very simple too, which is getting people on the same page, getting a clear objective. If you fly to New York, go rent a car at the airport and want to drive to LA, sure you need a map, right? And you need to follow up. It's just the same for coaching. In fact, we really need objectives. And the best is when the coachee defines the objective himself or herself and go to the boss and say, hello boss, this is what I want out of my coaching. I want to blah, 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 blah. What do you think? Right? So advice is have the coachee define his or her objective and present them and convince the boss. The next thing I would suggest is a 360 survey. Why? Just because, in fact, in our experience as coaches, when we have 360 survey, we bring the brutal truth, people's perception on the table. So then we discuss with real measurement of soft skills, and that is really helpful. So I would recommend 360 survey close to the beginning of the coaching program, and 360 survey before the act. So we try to measure the intangible perceptions of people as best as we can. And another suggestion is that the coachee designs the 360 survey with his coach, specifically to meet his her big questions. Okay, that's one more ingredient, and then we've got one more, which is visible quick wins, because coaching is hard work, right? The coaches get homework, they try new things, sometimes it fails, sometimes it succeeds, and they really work hard, and they need to be motivated by quick wins. So we make sure, as coaches, they get the quick wins. Maybe it's improve a relationship with a colleague, solve a conflict, start to run better meetings, make a successful presentation to a big boss, whatever. But quick wins, very important. And the last ingredient for success is the one that Jimmy is going to talk about in a couple of minutes. It's about having, of course, a coach that delivers experience and credentials. Now, with all these ingredients and probably a good brains around the table, okay, added to the recipe, thank you, Jean-Francois, I believe that really magic can happen. Okay? Now, what's behind the magic? The first thing is pretty simple. Coaching is engineered for success. We've got methods. What coaches learn in coaching schools is in-depth problem-solving methods, basically. The first one was grow, model, goal, reality, objective, where how do we win? It's gotten much more sophisticated, but at the end of the day, coaching is engineered with just in-depth problem-solving methods and focus on decision, action, and results. And again, action and corrective action and results. So, of course, it works, and it's pretty simple. Another one is it's a safe space for personal experiments. Let me tell you, 2 days ago, I was in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, and I was working with a lady, let's call her Tan Le, from North Vietnam. She's a sales director for an FMCG company. She's ruthless, super money-focused, super result-driven. She's a liar. In fact, and people don't like her, and she knows, and she's bothered about that. They see her as just obsessed with money. So, we talk. And she tells me, you know, I have this problem with money, and I see people are put off with my obsession on money and results. I have to tell you, when I was a small girl, we were in North Vietnam, poor area. When I was 4, my father disappeared. My mother, she stayed, of course, and she has a small street laundry business. So we make little money. And I remember we missing food sometime. And when I got 9 years old, then I started to work. I was so happy, clean the house of our friend. And I got my first salary when I was 9. It was $20,000, 40 baht. And since that day, I decided I will never ever be afraid to miss money. Now I know this is a self-limiting belief and I want to work on it. To who else than a coach can this lady share that type of thing? No one, right? So coaching really, really helps in those deep personal beliefs that people want to reassess, right? Another point is coaching really helps with leaders to know themselves better. And as Laos say, it's really important for a leader to know others, but to know himself or herself first. Okay? And that one is important as well. Why coaching works properly done? Because it forces coaches to think. There is no way they can escape, in fact. If they don't answer the question of the coach, what happens? The coach waits. Or if they throw back the question to the coach, like, what do you think, coach? Coach says nothing, waits. Or if they don't answer the question, coach comes from a different angle, different perspective, and they have to think. And what's next? They start to enjoy it, in fact, and then better and better, and they gain confidence, as Dong Peng-Sak showed just a while ago, in fact. That is very powerful mechanic in coaching, very basic. Force people to think, and then they enjoy, and they gain self-confidence. Another point is they have to walk out of their comfort zone, try new things, and what do they see? They survive. So there again, more self-confidence. And those really are benefits that last for the rest of their career. One more is, as they enjoy coaching, they start to coach their own subordinates, consciously or not. And we can see as we move back to companies regularly to meet them, usually the engagement level in a department goes up and up because people are coached by their big boss that we coach, and they just feel like this is great, I'm growing, I like it, and I want to do my best for the company and for that value in particular. That is another powerful mechanics we see in coaching. Okay? So as you see, what happens in the coaching is much bigger than just the result at the end of the coaching. We start people developing themselves, and they continue to do that all along their career and probably beyond. And that's what's behind the magic of coaching. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your kind attention.